Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Welcome to another episode of Taylor House Publishing. I want to thank you all for tuning in and supporting this channel. And if you have not been to the new website, please go and visit www.taylorhousepublications.com. There you see it on the screen. And on that site, you can purchase one or all four of my books: Brushes with Death, The Blood of Jesus; Wrongfully Accused, Rightfully Acquitted; Son of a Preacher Man; and my latest book, Blue Lights in My Rear View. So please visit that site as well if you do want to publish a book. Learn about how we can help you get your story out there as well. Also, if you have a story that you feel needs to be shared on YouTube, or if you have a story yourself that you want to come on the platform and talk about, please submit your information there. Or you can call me once again at 919-587-7782. But I appreciate your support in advance. I thank y'all for tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Once again, that website is www.taylorhousepublications.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Once again, I appreciate your support. All praises. Peace and blessings, ladies and gentlemen. All praises to the Most High. And as you see from the caption in the photo, yet we have another black man that was suspended in the air by a rope from a tree earlier this year. Now, this happened in San Francisco, California, and this is the story of Randy Dudley. As you see there on the picture, now Mr. Dudley, as you see, was a proud member of the LGBTQIA plus community, in which he lived and evidently enjoyed. But that's neither here nor there, but it does kind of play a part in this, because he's also a black man that was found hanging from a tree. Now, this happened on April the 30th, 2024. So this is not a long time ago. This is, 7 months ago? And it was said that he was found by a jogger that morning at 6:30 a.m. Said the jogger was out running for an early run. Then he noticed somebody behind the tree. And then he said he came back. And then when he came back, he realized that the person was not breathing. Now, officials, what do they normally rule? You already know what they said it was. We don't even have to say the word. But they ruled it immediately that it was self-inflicted. They said there was no signs of foul play. We based it on, scene investigation, toxicology, and other evidence. Now, the roommate of Mr. Dudley, or I'll just say Mr. Dudley. The roommate of Mr. Dudley says that he called him the night before and told him to leave the chain unlocked off the door, because I'm going to be coming home sort of late. Right? And so, if he called him the night before and tell him to leave the chain off the door, if you're going to do something like this to yourself, I don't think you would just leave people in limbo like that. You're just going to not call. You're just going to wake up, excuse me, and people are going to find you like that. Now, I would be remiss to not say that Mr. Dudley, he was in a home. He was in like a group home for men living with the HIV, or the house in Virginia, as they call it, or the apartment in Dallas, that virus, right? So he was living with that. Evidently, he was living his life free. Apparently, he had done a lot of traveling, a lot of work. I think he worked in the fashion industry in Hollywood. He went to New York. He was doing some things there. Everybody talked about how lively he was, how 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 bright he was. Some people called him even a bright and shining star. And then he had recently moved back to San Francisco, and he was about to start a job at like a foundation that works for people with the HIV virus. And so his cousin, his roommates, and everybody who knows him does not think that it is self-inflicted. They are calling on, or they have called on, a transparent and fair investigation. But once again, the authorities are ruling it that no, all evidence lead to him doing it himself. And the main thing that they are trying to use, that's why I brought up the LGBTQIA and the HIV thing, is because the main thing they are trying to use is there was a note found in his phone. And the note reads that they found in his phone, it says, in the event that if I were ever found incapacitated and unable to communicate, that medical professionals allow him to expire rather than remain on life support, right? That was a message in his phone. But his friend who stayed with him, his roommate, said, I had seen that letter or that message 10 years ago when Mr. Dudley first found out that he had acquired the chronic virus, I would say. And so the roommate said that is not uncommon for, people who are living with that virus to, have that note in their phone or have that note on their person because they know what they're living with. That is in no means that they said, he was, prone or prompt to do what was people feel done to him. Also, it was like maybe a week shy of his 35th birthday. And so that's another reason why his cousin does not believe it. She said that he was very excited about celebrating his birthday, but also about starting his new job working with the HIV AIDS Foundation. And so a lot of these factors, once again, cause me to not believe the narrative. Once again, this happened in San Francisco, California, in which a lot of people in that community feel that, no, this is a direct target on members of that community, but also members of the race as well. And another thing that raises red flags to me, and also members of the people whom he lived with, was that for, I guess, the first 5 weeks, no one from the police department has interviewed anyone at the house. Like he said that, shouldn't they want to talk to somebody who known him every day to see his demeanor, to see, how he acted and reacted in certain things. And so they found that kind of strange. And also some activists out there just straight up asking, and look, listen, if it was a lynching, please let it be known, because this man, once again, he didn't exhibit no traits of that mental depression, that mental health narrative that they always try to state. But this is another case that this was sent to me, and once again, this is 2024, and as it has been well documented, black men do not suspend themselves in the air from trees like that. So this is another case that happened on April the 4th. We've seen several of these cases that happened just this year, and also some that happened last year, the year before, and things of that nature. So this is definitely something to watch out for, because it's not logical. When all of these people are coming up with these stories. And soon as this article that I'm reading in, what does it say? It says, If you are in a crisis, please call or text with the S-word line and contact or text the crisis line. But as we know, as this person says, his roommate said, the fact that they just dismissed it so quickly without even knowing who this person was, it bugs me. You know what I'm saying? How many times has this happened that we don't know about? And that's the question too, because a lot of these things have been covered up, as you've seen with our brother, Mr. Javion McGee. If it were not been for social media and other people latching onto the story, a lot of people would not have known about this. Fortunately, people know about that, and hopefully they will continue to know about all of the rest of the things that I brought to light. But this is just a story that I had to share today, because, I was like, wow, this is another one. This is another one. You can go, back to this page or all the way down the page, and you can see various stories of the like. So I don't know, once again, where's this narrative that, black people are just doing this to themselves like that. Not saying that black people don't get stressed, not saying that black people don't unalive themselves. However, it is in the manner in which they are said to have done it, which raises a red flag for me every time. Every time. So, again, 919-587-7782. Peace and blessings. Also, if you have not gone to the website, www.taylorhousepublications.com. The website is up, so it is there. You can buy all 4 of my books, and you can also check out the publishing services that we have, as well as you can submit stories to be published on the YouTube channel as well. And also there's some other things. But the story is up and working, so you can definitely buy the books that I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on. So I thank you in advance for your support. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace and love.
From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you in your feet.
Taylor House, we got the scoop. Taylor House Publishing.